bright and early day. It's been raining so much, too much, don't like it, but got plenty of lawns to do. Let's go knock them out, get them looking good. So apparently it has rained a lot more than I had expected or had thought. Whenever I went out to the first yard this morning, it was just too wet. I wouldn't dare touch it with the mower because it's, I mean, even when it hasn't rained a lot at all, it tends to rut up really bad. So with what we had, I wasn't going to touch it. And the yard I was just at, it was so bad that like usually when it rains, you have a little like line of safety, right, where you can mow certain areas without damaging the yard and all that stuff. Well, the usual area that I could mow without doing too much, causing too much of an issue, had shrank by about half. So it's usually not nearly as bad. So left a few marks, but that particular one is just, it's super soft in general, just that soil out there. So you know, it did leave a little bit of tracks with the lawnmower, but even, you know, if you know what you're doing and you're careful, you know, you'll see it over a little bit of time sort of fade out, you know, because it's really just a lot of mud from the tires more than ruts. Even when I went back and shot the sort of after footage of that yard, you know, those ruts were gone. But yeah, you'll see here that it was just completely, I mean, you see that it was just completely covered in water. It was crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's what we're dealing with today. And you know, you can only put off, I don't like to leave ruts and stuff, but you can only put off mowing for so long, you know. Skip a few a day in the middle of the rain, and then eventually you have a whole another day's worth of yards, but no extra days. So yeah, there's a point where you just kind of have to do what you have to do, and that's what we're dealing with. But we're gonna go back to the first one that I was at this morning. Hopefully I can do something. I'm not too thrilled to look at it, but we'll see. We'll see what we can get done. You want to know what I wonder is, why in the world do birds do their business on black? So I've got all this car and it went right there on the black. I want to know the very specific scientific reasoning behind that. I know somebody out there knows, because it's only black. Alright, this is one of the worst ones whenever it rains. It is nothing but mud. I'm like sinking into this right now. So usually I can get part of this section done, but looks like it's too wet. And right out here, this is definitely too wet. This is where all of it kind of collects. I'm not gonna be able to do anything right here. It basically goes all the way out to the road. I'm gonna go get all this too. Now, Normally stuff like this is not that big of a deal, but this is one of those big yards that takes forever to do, and then you come out and half of it's so wet you can't even touch it, so you're kind of having to come back and check on it every so often, and that's just how everything is right now. We'll see if we can do much at all, but I'm doubtful. That is another one down. Monday the 4th, and not even on this thing. Whoa, it's dark. There it is. Oh. It is the 4th, something like that. Yeah, and 126, got 5 yards down, about 4 or 5 more to go, plus a quote. If I can get home in time, I want to sharpen the hedge trimmers and then go back out and start working on some landscaping for one of my local clients, just to get their stuff back in shape. Of course, everything has bloomed out like crazy here in the last few weeks, so definitely needs it. So yeah, that's what we've got going on today. Let's go on and knock out a couple more yards. Alright, so here we are. It is Tuesday, working on another cleanup. I'm gonna go around and dig out this edge here. Got the mulch over there. Still got to shape up these hedges a little bit, but it's coming along. This goes all the way around. I should have, like I said, I got to touch up and dig the edges, but should have all this done in the next few hours. Have it all looking good. Alright, what's up guys? Out here lowering some lawns on a Wednesday, or a Thursday. There's the first one. I've got one more to do, and then I've got to go back to the landscaping job that I'm working on right now, cleaning up, and hopefully that will be about 90% done. Alright, here's the next one, and all done. Got this hat from a customer, and it's freaking sweet. It's awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at this. You can't even see my face. It throws so much shade. It's very, very nice to have. Out here today, got like a 12-yard day today. Got this one done. It's one of the ones I'm always at, but in these videos anyway. But got that done. I don't know if I've made a video yet, but I got a new, to me, trailer. I still have to buy the racks for it, but yeah, it's a lot nicer than what I had before in terms of build quality. But I wanted to talk for a minute about, let's see here. There we go. I wanted to talk for a minute about, you know, the racks that I was going to buy for it. I was going to buy the Green Touch racks, and I probably, truth be told, will probably still buy those racks because I do genuinely love the Green Touch products. My biggest issue with them, though, is that if you go to the website, back when I got the trailer earlier in in May, they had the backpack blowers on back order. They had gas can racks on back order. Everything's on back order, right? And that's fine. There's no, it's fine. It's whatever. I sent them a message. I'm like, hey, you have anything in stock at all? Anything? You know, I was more than willing to pay extra for shipping. I mean, I'm serious when I say this. I genuinely love the Green Touch products, and I would have very happily paid, you know, double. Easily would have paid double for those racks. But they sent a message back like, no, they're on back order. It's not quite 5 weeks, it's 4 weeks instead. I'm like, okay, whatever. Well, you get on YouTube about a week and a half later, and it seems like three or four or five other dudes get huge care packages, right? Like tons of these racks that I'm trying to buy for double the price, just for the plain simple fact that I absolutely love them. Now, so it kind of has me conflicted, right? Because it's like, here I am, a paying customer, more than willing to do whatever I need to do to get one of these racks, but you're like, nope, sorry. But you're still going to keep trying to, you're still upping your marketing game. Not only are you upping your marketing game when you don't have product, you are sending product. You have them. Like, they're there. Just let me buy one. Give Bobby Johnson Lawn Care one less blower rack in his free care package, and just let me buy one from you. I will pay it at, like, you know, that to me is like, that's just not very smart. It's not very smart business, in my opinion. If you don't have product, don't keep upping the marketing. Don't keep pushing it, the product that you don't have. I get that it's coming in a few weeks, whatever, but when you have a paying customer who just loves your product, give them that product. Like, that's what's going to set you apart. I did reach out to Equipment Defender on Instagram, sent them a message, said, hey, do you have any new plans for blower racks, anything that you know, doesn't have all the flaws of your old one? And I was honest with them. I was like, I got the product, but, you know, it wasn't that great because it's got exposed bolts and just, you know, things you don't want out of a blower rack, things that defeat the purpose of securing your racks. They did say that they had a new design coming out that's going to be low profile. It's going to be cheaper. So I'm kind of conflicted. That the Equipment Defender version should come out in a few months is what they were saying, which is fine. I would be willing to give that product another shot, but I don't know. I just think it was weird that they would keep marketing stuff. And the thing that I wanted to say in regards to that is, like, people have to really stay off these bandwagons, right? There's a lot of lawn care channels that will super hype a product or a brand or something like that until something goes wrong. People, for the longest time, they got into this, like, oh, the Echo Black Diamond trimmer line, it's the best, it's the greatest, and then all these YouTube guys are doing the reviews, right? And it's like, I don't know where Echo Black Diamond was the absolute best thing in the world. Wasn't that great. Was not that great at all. Never was. And I mean, it took a few months for people to actually come around and be honest with, like, yeah, I don't like this stuff either, you know. However, they spend all this time hyping it up, talking about how, oh, the Echo Black Diamond is just the best ever. No, it wasn't. It was just a bandwagon thing. So I think people need to stop with the bandwagons. Like, just because everyone is talking about it, like, there is this weird effect of, like, everyone else is doing it, so here I go too. Really be able to step back and look at the product, test it out, Don't invest like tons of money in something that, if a business is not willing to take care of paying customers, don't invest with them. Show them what that kind of move is, what it does. Make sure that you're getting the best companies, the best products that you like, not that someone else likes. Just to stay off the bandwagon stuff, man. Like it's so bad how everyone gets on here and they'll hype this certain product, like Sure Cans and No Spill, right? Dudes were on here hyping up Sure Can. Oh my god, I love Sure Can. I love Sure Can. Sure Can's the greatest. Well, you have one or two people out there who had one Sure Can have an issue. And by the way, it was a temporary issue. And then they immediately go to social media and use that same following that they used to get sponsorships and discount codes to say, Sure Can is garbage, I'm going to No Spill, this is horrible. There's no loyalty there. There's no genuine, love for the product. Me, on the other hand, I absolutely love Sure Can. There's no comparison from Sure Can to a No Spill can. There's just not. I've seen them, the No Spills. I've looked at them. They're not good. They're not as good. Just like Equipment Defender's current line of products is not good. It's just not. People who were amping up the Equipment Defenders and the No Spills just because they have discount codes, like you know as well as everyone else, like when you get that product, you're gonna see the Sure Can, the Green Tut, all these products that are just so far superior. So watch out for bandwagon mentality, this whole group think thing of like, oh, well, this guy with a lot of subscribers is using it, so I need to use it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, find a product, test the product, research the product, and make sure it's a good one. Don't just take a word for it. Go for the superior thing that's going to give you the speed and the reliability and the customer service. Like that's the big thing. I think it's just like, it's so saturated with people who want to promote things that are genuinely just not as good as the competitors. Yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of a rant that I had based on that rack discussion out of nowhere. But my day's going good. I'm about 3 or 4 weeks booked out with landscaping work, even though I kind of didn't want to do landscaping much more, but at the same time, it's like you can't really like jump to conclusions and just jump into some kind of decision. So yeah, still doing landscape work for now. Gonna see how that works out. And I'm kind of on the fence. Like, do I want to do more of that or do I want to do less of that? Do I want to mow a lot or do I want to do more mulch? You still kind of bouncing back and forth with what direction to take things. But yeah, there's just a few thoughts and a little bit of rants on a Friday here. This is going really long, and I've got like 11 yards to do. Maybe I'm just stalling. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I'm stalling. Let's get on to this next one. Number 5. Alright, we're here today to do some trimming. Came out last night, cleaned up the base of these and trimmed up a little bit to open the bush and got all the weeds out. And now basically going to trim these hedges, trim hedges on the other side of the building, and trim these hedges and try to clear out some of the vines around it. But I don't know if I did video this or not, but it looks so much nicer than it did before, and I'll do a little comparison. Alright, here's the next one. I forgot to record before I started, but just clearing the hillside here a little bit. Clearing it out to here. Customer's hauling it off, so don't have to worry about that. But we're gonna get this stuff away from the house. Alright, we are done. And is it perfect? No. But that wasn't the goal of this job. The goal was to get it away from the house. I think it's done. And actually, it will look a lot better by the time I come back to mow, because we'll get this side here. I'm going to spray off all this ivy, and that'll knock down on the scraggly looking stuff a little bit, but this one's done, and that puts me in a place where I've got one big cleanup to finish that we ran out of the mulch, and the customer is ordering it. That's just the way that they had it. They wanted to do it, so they actually got mulch on that job the other day, so I'll be able to continue it on Monday. I've got 3 lawns left for today, and after that I've got a landscape cleanup that'll take about a day and a half, 2 days, and then I've got another one that's a little bit smaller, shouldn't take nearly as long, so booked up for about, actually no, she added pine straw, so it'll probably take about a day or 2 on that one. So yeah, booked out between lawns and landscaping for about 2 weeks now, 3 weeks, which is, no, it doesn't sound like much, but the way things have been this year, it's been kind of slow, and I'm glad that it's finally picking up, especially after all that rain, dude. It was crazy. But I'm gonna load up, go mow, get the trailer, and that door's creaky. Yeah, a lot of work to do. See ya.